Any thoughts to share on David Morrell's debut novel, First Blood? This is question number 11. Any thoughts to share on David Morrell's debut novel, First Blood? Brent writes, it's simply a brilliant novel and concept that came up. I'll start that again. It's simply a brilliant novel and concept that he came up with back in the late 60s, early 70s. The book is harrowing and brutal no matter how many times you read it. It's amazing just how different yet similar the Rambo from the novel is compared to the Rambo in the movie. I'm sure that Mr. Morrell could never have foreseen the journey that the Rambo character has taken in the decades since he wrote First Blood, the First Blood novel. And I hope he would agree that it couldn't have worked out any better than it has, despite the vast differences between his novel and the movie. You took the words right out of my mouth, Brent. You took the words right out of my mouth. That is a brilliant novel. Actually, all three of the novelizations, especially the way he handled coming back from the dead in Rambo 2, the Rambo 2 novelization, Rambo of the Apes, which we'll be covering any time now, any day now, and also the Rambo of Arabia, Rambo 3 novelization, which just takes the cake. That's going to be the highlight of our season 3. Really it is, because that is, without a doubt, one of the best things I have ever read. It's right up there with how I love First Blood. The novel First Blood, it's right up there with how I love that. And to see all these other things, it really gives you insight into Rambo's character in other lights. If you haven't read any of them, start with First Blood, work your way back up to 3. They're really cheap. They're like $5.99 on Kindle. It's sent to you in a minute. You get these awesome introductions by David Morrell, an awesome essay by David Morrell. And if you don't want to do that, go find it on audiobook. I'm pretty sure. I know there's unabridged of all 3, and the guy who does the first one, I think he does all 3. The voice actor, he's just phenomenal. He's just phenomenal. Yeah, like I could just talk about the novelizations and the novel all day, but we'll deal with that when we come to it, because we got a really great episode coming your way regarding the sequel novelization. But if you want to hear my thoughts on First Blood, the novel, and my rundown of that novel as a whole, and a lot of things, looking at the history of making that novel by David Morrell and how it fades into the movie and in the culture, go back and check out season 1 of RAMBOMANIA early down the line. You could just start at episode 2 and work your way up, and we cover most of that novel. We cover all of that novel, but warning, spoilers included. But go check that out, because that's just something awesome that I just really love to share with everybody. And thank you everyone for the amazing feedback on that too as well. Question number 12. Any thoughts to share on David Morrell's novelization of Rambo First Blood Part 2, aka Rambo of the Apes? Brent writes, I'm glad that Mr. Morrell agreed to write novelizations of the 2 movie sequels to First Blood. By the time I had heard about them and wanted to read them, they were out of print, and I had to order from Amazon to get copies. But they were dirt cheap, lol. As with First Blood, I still prefer the movie over the novel of Rambo 2. But it was great. It was a great read, and you learn a lot of the inner workings of Rambo by reading it. You feel Rambo's losses much more deeply and understand him a great deal more than the movie allows you to do. And again, there are many significant differences between the novel and the movie, and they are often very intense. The scene at the beginning where Troutman is let into Rambo's cell by a very, very nervous guard is a good example. You can just mentally picture Rambo squatting there and glaring ahead, unblinking as he meets his mentor again and begins to hear him out. A wonderful read. I totally agree with you, Brent. Wonderful read. Wonderful read. Amazing. And we're going to be getting to that very soon. Actually, before we get to that, we're going to be getting to what that novelization was based on. We're going to look at James Cameron's Rambo 2, The Mission, or First Blood Part 2, The Mission. And it might just be one of the fan readings. We might do the fan reading and then do the review. So you might be getting a little bonus there, because we've been meaning to start the fan reading section of Studio Red Band off. So that's just a little clue of something to expect coming soon. Something bigger than what was originally planned for this. But hopefully we make everything by deadline. Question number 13. Any thoughts to share on David Morrell's novelization of Rambo 3, aka Rambo of Arabia? Brent writes, I absolutely love this novelization. I could prefer it over the movie, and I wish they would have made the movie a lot more like it. Just a random side note, I kept laughing while reading the parts where Rambo would somehow unintentionally offend or dishonor the Muslims he was helping and working with. And although they would threaten Rambo with harm, they knew they weren't going to do anything to him. I wish I could remember more, as it has been some time since I read it. But I remember that after finishing it the first time, I considered it brilliant. I really wish Morrell would have done a Rambo 4 novelization too, but I guess this isn't going to happen. So true. We did a video in season 1 also about a PSA, kind of like a Save Our Souls David Morrell, to come back and write a Rambo 4. And if I ever get the chance to talk to David Morrell, I'm going to ask him about that, because a lot of his opinions in various interviews are spot on with that. And the character from Rambo 4 I find is very much like the character from First Blood. And I'm talking about the novel. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the novel. So it would be the perfect ground for David Morrell's brilliant mind to play in, It would just be a fascinating read. And I do agree with you too here that it's a brilliant read, Rambo 3 novelization, and I can't wait to actually cover that for you. So Brent closes with some closing remarks. I sent him the closing remark. I sent him, if you have any questions for me, please fire away and I will answer them during the show. Also, if you have anything to add, please feel free to do so. I love your input and I love your trivia. Keep them coming. So Brent responds, I just want to say that I deeply appreciate you having me on the show, and also all the shout outs you have given me on many previous videos. It is an honor and a privilege to participate and be a part of what you are doing. On behalf of Rambo fans throughout the world, I thank you for all that you do. I know how hard you work on your channel and on your video, and admire you for it. Thank you again for allowing me to be a part of RAMBOMANIA. Like Musa said to Rambo, you're a good friend. Take care and God bless. And I hope I didn't write way too long answers for you to read. Well, Brent, inshallah. And I just gotta say, you could write me a novel and I would read it on the show, because I love your input, and I love how you are in the Rambo fan community, and I just find you as an extremely intellectual and interesting and just amazing person, and it's a dream come true to have you on this show, and I can't wait to do more shows with you, and I can't wait to work on RAMBOMANIA the movie with you, and I can't wait to bring you into as many other as many more things as we can do together. And if you ever get to come down here, just let me know. Stay with us, and at the same time, if you ever decide to go to Hope, BC, let me know, and I'll go down there. I'll meet you down there. We can go over Rambo Stomping Grounds together. For me, it would be a dream come true to finally see Hope. And I'm betting it would be a dream come true for you to finally see Hope. So let me know. Maybe fate will work in our direction. But I just want to close on saying that it's fans like you. I couldn't do this show without people like you. This show it's my show, but it's kind of not my show. It's more like all the fans show together. So you're really a big part, because you really help me more than you think. You help me with the great images. You help me with the great theories, with your great videos, with your input, with your trivia, with your knowledge of the character, with your respect of the character, and not just the character of Rambo, but many others. Like the Kirk Douglas, the Lonely and the Brave. I would have never have had the experience watching such a brilliant and amazing movie if it wasn't for you. I would have never had the privilege to unlock that side of Rambo without you. So, I could just go on all day talking about just how much you inspire and help out. And, I love you. I love you, man. I love you for it. And you'll always have a home here at RAMBOMANIA. Like, forever. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what we come up with to do next, So this has been a lot of fun. This has been really great. And I'm so glad all of you guys out there could really could listen to it. And, thank you a lot. Thank you so much. And, thank you to Brent Whiteside. Thank you very much. This is just amazing. To see Rambo through your eyes like this is it's just one of the coolest experiences ever that will stay with me for a lifetime. So I can't thank you enough. So I gotta get out of here now. I gotta go look for a job. So yeah, we'll be back. And wow, just so many things coming your way. Just stay tuned for a lot of Stephen Chang updates before we finally get to unveiling the memoir of Grandmaster Stephen Chang. You don't want to miss it. All I can say about it right now is that it just blew me away. I'm surprised I'm still alive, because all that information he gave me, all those experiences, I thought it was like opening the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones in the first one. I thought my face was going to melt off, because this guy's just so awesome. But he is the coolest and warmest and most considering person you'll ever meet. We might have Mike Kunda coming on the show. I just got a Facebook message from him. So we might have Mike Kunda very soon. And when we come back, we're going to get back into Rambo First Blood Part 2. And we're going to go script to screen. We're going to have the novelization, the making of everything, the rundown on the cast and crew, and the RAMBOMANIA phenomenon itself. As well, we're going to have a really long, kick-ass segment on Rambo and the Force of Freedom, the animated TV show. So, thanks for watching. RAMBOMANIA would be nothing without you. You guys make all the difference. And, take care and God bless. And, you're all good friends. And, inshallah.